as a dark-skinned girl, I am never in my life befriending a light-skinned girl ever in my life again. And let me tell you, this has nothing to do with colorism. So shut your mouth and just listen. I watched the whole Cleo and Ice Spice thing, and it triggered me so bad. I literally crashed out on my close friends because I was literally going nuts. And let me speak on it. I had a friend just like that, dealt with it my whole high school years, made high school hell for me, lost myself, because clearly they literally come to rip you into pieces and they will leave you broken. Like when I say broken, like they will literally leftovers, bones, like flesh. Especially if you're creative, confident, and people find you likable. These are the type of friends that want to be around you every single time, calling you twin, bestie, sis, this and this. No, stay away. Like like literally stay away from them. Cause I peeped this, and when Cleo said everything being so calculated around these girls, or when Ice Spice would call her out, it's always she dropping something the next day. That's literally what this girl did every single time we'll go to a football game. It's like she was benefiting something out of it when I would go out with her. It was never on some just casually doing something, you know what I'm saying? Something had to benefit her. Like, she always did evil stuff to my friends and everybody, like, including me. And she would always hurt people who cared for her so terribly, knowingly, that would go back and care for her, which was an ego boost to her. Because she told me last when we got into a fight, she told me, oh, this is all such an ego boost to me. Give me a peace sign and said bye. After she took away pieces off me to rebuild herself. Because I don't even know how to explain it. It's like, they steal your destiny, basically. Like, they rob you, like, they rob you as a person. Like, they literally steal you as a person. And it got to a point where everything I did was ghetto and ratchet until she did it. And when I would confront her about the stuff she did, I remember it was like a conversation I had about her edges. Because I used to do my edges. She never used to do her edges. So I saw her doing her edges. It went all the way to the brows. And I said, girl, why are you putting your edges all the way to your eyebrows? But when I did it, it was ghetto. She gets defensive. Like, super defensive. Like, hella defensive. And I remember it got to a point where people picked on her a lot. Like, people bullied her at some point. And I stood on her. And I was defending her. Knowingly, she did all this wrong stuff, and she clocked the fact that people would pick on her also because of her looks and the way her body was before. And this is like, I'm not trying to drag anybody or anything, but when she clocked that, she became so entitled about her looks and went for a glow up, beautiful, gorgeous, baddie, everything, thinking it was not gonna stop people from calling her and picking on her for her actions, which made it worse, 20 times worse. So she did everybody dirty, knowing she's the baddest bitch in the room. And I'm telling you, it would drive you crazy because you will sit there and question yourself, what did I do to deserve? You literally did nothing. This was evil, wicked. And when niggas said I am the star in any room that I stand in, they want to be that so bad. Knowingly, they are the fart. Stay away from those type of people. I'm telling you right now, you will literally lose yourself. Stay away from them.
I would like to clarify that the story is no form way funny. It's just that the way that she's telling the story, she's even like, ah. But anyways, for me, the way I would analyze it is that they would use you because based on how the society views light-skinned girlies, especially in the black community, it may not be us, it may not be, other communities, but it is generally within the black community where they uphold them to be the superior one, the more beautiful, the most attained. So they befriend someone who is ugly so that they can stand out and take all the men, take all the praise, take all the space, take all of everything for themselves. And should they, stand out awkwardly, but not in a good way, in a way that benefits the person that's supposed to be like a token friend, they will really be angry. Like, be like, why are you looking at her? Like, why are you not looking at me? And they won't tell that specific person, or they may even, but they'll go to that extent of even telling you that it's just the ones of don't get too cocky and stuff like that. Like, signs are there, but you're like, oh, it's like attitude. She's like that. No. The minute they do stuff like that, you clock it. You're like, oh, I'm your ego booster. You need me so that you can feel better about yourself. That person might not be ugly. It's just that the way they would even advise you to dress, like they would advise you to dress differently. Like they would dress nice and be like, girl, you look so hot in that. But knowing that she's going to dress in a way that's more appealing to that audience that she's going to. But you will just dress down and dress like, not for the occasion, or dress more simple because, you're listening to your friend and stuff like that. Okay, so those type of friends, you talk them. You talk them. They'll even use you to even fight, fight their battles. They'll start fight somewhere and then you get involved in that, or even spread false rumors about you for their own purposes. And I wish to say this is not specifically to light skinned women, but Ekane. Ekane, that's the thing. I'm thinking about it. Ekane and her behavior brings out this, that she would need a dark-skinned black woman to feel better about herself, to uplift herself. So clock that very early on, clock it, and then remove them in your life, because keeping them in your life will do more harm than intended.
The video, and it reminded me of an experience I had with a friend that was light skinned. And because of that is why I completely agree with the video and I can definitely relate. So I had a friend, for the sake of this video, we're gonna name her Mia. Mia and I were like this, best friends down. You could not tell us anything. If you saw me, you saw Mia. If you saw Mia, you saw me. And I really thought that this was my girl. But slowly, Mia started showing me that even though I'm looking at her as my best friend, she definitely looked at me as competition, or as that she was better than me. Anything I said or did, Mia always had something to say about it. And it was so subtle, I didn't even catch it at first. For example, I told Mia that I was talking to this guy. He was lighter than me. Mia's like, he's cute, but I think he would probably want someone who's light skinned. I thought it was a joke, but Mia didn't, because Mia went and talked to the same guy. Another instance was when I wanted to get brown braids. And I told Mia I wanted to get brown braids because she was saying how like she wants to try different colored braids as well. And so I said, I think I'm going to try a brown braid. So we both decided that we're going to get brown braids together. So the next time I see Mia, we both have our braids. I'm telling her she looks good with hers, whatever. And then I asked her how do my braids look. And she says, it kind of clashes with your skin tone. And anytime like a guy would come up to both of us and pay more attention to me, Mia would find a way to somehow, some way, like just talk down on me. I could go on and on about the things this girl has done to me, but I have healed, I have let her go, and yeah. So in conclusion, I cut Mia off. I had to. I just told her that I think that we will be better off, going our separate paths, because literally anything I did, this girl would find a way to knock me down. Even with influencing. I told her I wanted to start taking influencing seriously. This girl told me, you're not going to go viral. TikTok likes lighter skinned girls. And then proceeded to tell me that she was going to start a TikTok. That was just crazy to me, and I feel like that was definitely my character development moment, because I don't know.